What's going on, HCL fans? It's Gordon Sine here, coach of the New Jersey Giratinas, and today I am joined by the other husbando, the other founder of the league, Mr. CogSentient.
How's it going? I am CogSentient, the leader of the Los Angeles Hunters.
And today we are bringing you the Week 2 recap. My gosh, Cog, don't get me laughing already, boy. So the first match this week was between UrsaSupreme and Colin, and it was the Cubchoos versus the Venusaurs. And before we get into this, if you did not see the update video, Ursa and the Cubchoos are replacing William and the Scizors this season. Ursa got to make 3 moves with his team, and then the rest of the Mons were William's team. So in Ursa's first battle, he brought Drampa, Scizor, Tangrowth, Tentacruel, Xatu, and Zygarde.
Colin brought Blastoise, Celesteela, Electros, Lucario, Mega Beedrill, and Rhyperior.
So at the beginning of the battle, Celesteela quickly became a threat, and had Ursa switching a lot, trying to figure out what he could use to break Celesteela. And that's not really a fault on Ursa, in the fact that there really wasn't much he could do with the team he built for Celesteela, so he kind of had to see what set Colin brought in order to figure out what was going to work best. And eventually, Scizor was able to do enough damage to be able to allow Tentacruel to come in with a Scald and a Burn. So, yeah, that was his way around Celesteela.
Lucario then came out and set up a nasty plot, tearing through Ursa's team. Ursa, unfortunately, could have prevented this if he went into Zygarde sooner to kill Lucario.
Exactly. And then, because he did not go into Zygarde earlier, it came out as Ursa's last Mon and was put on very little health because of Lucario and ended up getting killed by Mega Beedrill, resulting in a 4-0 victory for Colin. And Ursa's Tentacruel and Zygarde got 1 kill each, while Colin's Lucario had 4 kills, with Celesteela and Mega Beedrill getting 1 each. Again, just on the battle in general, Ursa not switching into Zygarde was probably the biggest turning point in that game, and it could have been way different if Zygarde came in early to scare out Lucario. So, that's really it for that game.
Next battle was Rozzy's Denver Avaluggs versus
Golem's Aerodactyls. And Rozzy brought Galvantula, Guzzlord, Gyarados, Infernape, Klefki, and Nidoking, or Queen, rather.
And Golem brought Barbade, Mega Aerodactyl, Shuckle, Togekiss, Zapdos.
Exactly. So Golem got early momentum by killing off Galvantula with Zapdos. Rozzy had a questionable play with setting up agility when he was already faster. Sticky Webs probably would have been more effective there. And because of that, Zapdos Heat Wave got a 2-hit KO on Galvantula. So Galvantula kind of died early on for no real reason. But again, as coaches are learning league battling, things like that are going to happen. After that, Rozzy responded by bringing Nidoqueen. So after Nidoqueen came in, it was able to kill Zapdos off, and then it put Barbaracle down to its Focus Sash, so putting it down to 1 HP. That turn that it was put down to 1 HP, Barbaracle used Shell Smash. And then Barbaracle was able to kill off Nidoqueen, but was only on 1 health, which allowed Infernape to come in with the Mach Punch, which has priority, and take out Barbaracle.
Next up, the Gyarados comes out and is able to set up 2 Dragon Dances on Shuckle and a switch into Aerodactyl.
Gyarados goes on to sweep Golem's team, resulting in a 4-0 victory for Rozzy. And to talk about this game a little bit, in general, Golem brought 5 of the Mons he brought last week versus me with very similar movesets, and I think because of that, Rozzy was able to prep based on what he saw last week. I think that's what a lot of coaches did. They prepped going, okay, this is what they did the week before, but also remembering the other Mons. But when you're going off of only 1 week of battles and seeing 6 Mons, you're going to prep for those 6 Mons probably a little more than the others, just because that's how you've seen them battle. So with that little bit of an advantage there, Rozzy was able to completely take over in this battle against Golem. For Golem to improve this season, maybe diversifying some sets, bringing some different Mons is probably what he needs to do. And as for kills, Gyarados had 4 for Rozzy, along with Infernape and Nidoqueen picking up 1, and Barbaracle and Zapdos got 1 each for Golem.
Next battle was EpicMic's Bronzongs versus PokeRangerMike's Lapras. EpicMic brought Ditto, Dragalge, Mega Absol, Metagross, Milotic, and Sandslash.
While PokeRangerMike brought Araquanid, Aromatisse, Donphan, Entei, Magnezone, and Mega Venusaur.
In the games, the teams took turns exchanging attacks. Once Venusaur got Leech Seed on Metagross, Metagross was left to die against Mike's team.
And because of that, Mick seemed to be 1 step behind Mike in the battle. And Mike was able to predict EpicMic's plays pretty well, getting off damage on a lot of Mick's team once Metagross went down. Mick, however, was lucky with a low roll on a Donphan EQ, being able to survive it with Mega Absol, and because of that, PokeRangerMike had to send out Aromatisse, which ended up getting sacked off. This, however, would not be enough to shift the battle. Mike's Entei hit the field and was able to sweep the last 4 Pokemon on Mick's team, resulting in a 4-0 win for PokeRangerMike. So the kills for EpicMic were Dragalge and Mega Absol with 1 each, while PokeRangerMike's Entei had 4, and Donphan, Cog's favorite Pokemon, and Mega Venusaur got 1 each.
Mike single-handedly made me hate Donphan. Alright, next battle. Alright, so next match was Red's Delphoxes versus Gator's Salandits. Red had the team Delphox, Gliscor, Heliolisk, Mew, Mega Slowbro, and Torkoal.
While Gator brought Alolan Marowak, Gothitelle, Landorus T, Mega Steelix, Silvally, and Toxapex. And from the beginning of the battle, Red seemed to have a lot of momentum going. Torkoal was able to set up Sun, and shockingly, Mega Slowbro was able to prosper in Sun because of the fact that it carried Flamethrower, which was able to take out Mega Steelix, getting Red early momentum. Along with that, Heliolisk had some form of choice item. We're not sure at this point. We have not heard from Red on what it was, but we know it was choice based on later plays in the battle. And because of choice Dark Pulse, Heliolisk was able to kill Alolan Marowak, and Red took an early 6-4 lead.
Toxapex was able to repeatedly get up 1 layer of Toxic Spikes, causing Red's team to get poisoned on switch in, while Landorus T was able to kill off Mew and bring back some momentum for Gator.
However, Delphox did come in and was able to kill it. Lando, however, did put Delphox in range of dying to Toxic, since the Toxic Spikes got put up to double from Toxapex earlier on, this resulting in a kill for Toxapex and a kill for Delphox on that turn. Gliscor came in for Red when Silvally came in for Gator, and to Red's surprise, Gator had Ice Beam and one-shot the Gliscor, something you do not see every day on a Silvally.
Gothitelle was now able to tank the rest of his team, and with some help from Poison. Gothitelle picked up 2 kills and put Mega Slowbro in range of poison killing, resulting in a 3-0 win for Gator. Red's kills were for Delphox, Heliolisk, and Mega Slowbro got 1 each, and Gator's Gothitelle and Toxapex both got 2 kills, while Landorus and Silvally each got 1 kill.
Exactly. And moving on to our closest match and most intense match of the week, we had 2 of the top 3 in the power rankings. We had Valordin's Darmanitans versus Fish's Tympoles, and it was a really good battle. From being there and watching, I can say that probably the best battle we've seen all season, and let's break it down and see what happened. So, Valor brought Hitmontop, Mega Aggron, Nidoking, Rotom Cut, Salamence, and Suicune.
while Fish brought Alolan Muck, Keldeo, Mega Swampert, Noivern, and Whimsicott.
So Salamence helped Valor remove a big threat early in Mega Swampert, however, did get revenge killed by Whimsicott because Valor forgot, some way, somehow, that he was in rain, so Fire Fang did not one-shot Whimsicott. Nidoking then revenge killed Whimsicott, giving up Valor a 5-4 lead. Noivern was able to pick up a kill on Hitmontop later on with Psychic, tying the match back up at 4-4. Alolan Muck unfortunately was frozen and reduced to kill fodder thanks to an Ice Beam from Suicune and a few heavy slams by Mega Aggron.
Pelipper returned the hacks by burning Aggron with a burn on its last turn in order to kill off Mega Aggron. At this point, Special Keldeo was able to sweep through Valor's team due to the fact that Valor misplayed and sacked off Rotom.
Keldeo died to Life Orb on the final kill of the game, resulting in a 1-0 victory for Fish. And the kills of this battle were 2 for Mega Aggron for Valor, and Nidoking and Salamence getting 1 each. Valor only getting 4 kills in a 1-0 loss due to the fact that Life Orb killed off Keldeo. As for Fish, Keldeo picked up 3 kills. Noivern, Pelipper, and Whimsicott all got 1 each.
And now, for the final battle, this thing, it was me, CogSentient, versus my co-host, Gordon Sine.
Yes, the Haunters versus the Giratinas, the Husbandos head-to-head match. And, Cog, how'd it go, buddy?
It was, I don't know, it was different.
Alright, well,
Gordon, I'll let you say your own team.
Yeah, I ended up bringing Buzzwole, Electivire, Jellicent, Cog's favorite Pokemon, Landorus Eye, Mega Abomasnow, and Sylveon.
I hate Jellicent with a burning passion. And I came in with Alolan Sandslash, Chatot, Garchomp, Kingdra, Politoed, and Tapu Koko.
Electivire put in work early, being able to put Alolan Sandslash down to low health, however was forced out by Tapu Koko since it was scarfed into Brick Break. However, Cog then had some tricks up his sleeve and caught me off guard very early in the battle with a Belly Drum Politoed on Jellicent, and because of that, it was able to kill off Jellicent.
Jesus.
Along with the fact that Jellicent, being the idiot that it was, missing a Will-O-Wisp, and it gave Cog a 6-5 lead early in the battle.
Although, right afterwards, Electivire revenge kill and murdered my Politoed. And
you want to talk about this play?
Kingdra,
I
sent in Kingdra, which he returned the favor with a Sylveon. I laser focused the Sylveon, and for some reason I used Signal Beam on the Sylveon because I'm an idiot and I forgot Bug was not very effective on fairies.
Also, it's not Stab. In what? It wasn't Stab. In what world do you not use Hydro Pump there, dude?
Because I would have missed.
God.
I'm sorry.
Going for Signal Beam was like missing. Oh, that was great. So yes, Hyper Voice killed off Kingdra there. And then Tapu Koko came in, tried to Thunder Sylveon, and like Cog said, he missed. And so Electivire then got to switch in and got Thundered instead, giving it Motor Drive. Pretty much with that and the Scarf, it outsped everything remaining on Cog's team. And so, because I wished the previous turn that Sylveon avoided the Thunder, Electivire was now at full health and put Koko down to very little health. However, it hung on due to Shuckaberry, because Earthquake did not kill due to Shuckaberry reducing damage.
And then my Garchomp was able to kill a Sylveon because I unintentionally bluffed a choice item.
Well,
honestly, I was not trying to bluff the choice item.
Well, you like earthquaked, and then I switched in Lando, and then you're like, oh, well, I guess I'll switch out here. Like,
and what was I supposed to do with the Lando?
Dragon Claw, you did that later, and it did damage.
Anyways.
So anyway,
Electivire revenge killed the Garchomp with an Ice Punch, and then Ice Punched killed Coco. Buzzwole came in to deal with my Alolan Sandslash and put Chatot down to its sash, which then Abomasnow came out and, using its ability, set up Hail, which murdered my Chatot, which could have been prevented if I would have just called the switch and used Heat Wave, but I didn't, and I was an idiot, and I lost.
Cog, even if that happened, what stopped Electivire from coming back out and using Ice Punch with Scarf?
I know, but I could have gotten one more kill.
Oh, true.
That's the thing.
You could have gotten 2 more if Buzzball was an idiot and hit itself in confusion.
Yeah. If I would have just predicted the play, I could have at least gotten a 3-0.
Loss.
But sadly, it was not meant to be.
Nope. I took a 4-0 victory, and Electivire continued on its killing rampage, getting 3 more kills this week, along with Sylveon got a kill, and then Abomasnow and Buzzwole both got kills. As for Cog, Politoed got a kill, and so did Garchomp. So,
yeah.
Moving on to the standings after week 2 in the Melee division, Fish and the Tympoles are still in first place at a 2-0 record, with Gator and the Salandits at number 2, and Ursa and the Cubchoos are at number 3 in the division at 0-2. For the Akala division, Mick and the Boston Bronzongs are at number 1 at 1-1, while the Pittsburgh Aerodactyls and the Los Angeles Haunters are in 2nd and 3rd at 0-2 each. Congratulations, Cog.
At the Ula division, there is Mike in first with the Lake Champlain, I don't know how to say that, Laprases with 2-0, along with Giratina, also just in second, also with 2-0, but just because Mike has a few more kills, it's ahead. And in third is Rozzy, the Denver Avaluggs, with 1-1. The Pony division with the Dallas Darmanitans 1-1, Boston Delphoxes 1-1, Valencia Venusaurs 1-1.
Exactly, and Valor is just ahead because of a 2 differential rather than a 1, which is shared by Red and Colin. So that is definitely the tightest division right now. And Red and Colin are tied for second, and because of that, we technically have 7 people who would qualify for playoffs right now, and Red and Colin would technically, if playoffs started today, would have to do a head-to-head matchup. However, all this will change in the remaining 9 weeks. So, moving on to the league leaders. In first place, we have my electric buddy, Electivire. He has 7 kills, has not died once, so has a 7 differential, picking up 4 kills week 1 against Gollum and 3 kills this week against my friend Cog. Cog, don't you just love Electivire?
Yeah, he's real great.
Oh, and look at number 2, another mon you love.
Electivire, even worse than Electivire, is Dawn Fan. With 6 kills and 0 deaths. It wiped my entire team week 1, and I hate it with a burning passion. Tied with second place is the Kartana from the Boston Bronzongs with 6 kills as well, and I don't really know much about it. Gordon, you say something about the Kartana.
Well, Kartana did not show up at all this week. However, it did show up week 1, and that was when it swept Rozzy's entire team. So because of that, it still stands at number 2. Now, we still have some Mons that are fighting for these top spots. I know in 3rd, well, technically 4th place, I guess, if you want to count it that way. Red Slowbro that was up on the kill list last week. It picked up 1 kill this week, so I think it's at 5. And then I think we have quite a few Mons still at 4 kills each and no deaths. So because of that, it's a very tight competition, but these 3 have remained in the top 3 since last week. That's all for this week. Cog, any comments?
I hope you know that my giraffe rig is going to be in the top 3. That's all I gotta say.
I hope you know when you play Mick that Kartana's probably gonna kill your team, because it seems like the top Pokemon don't like your team very much.
That's fair. I mean, 2 of them are caused because of my team that they're in the top.
Well, thank you.
That Dawn fan would not be in the top if it wasn't for me.
That's very true. Thank you all HDL fans for watching this week's recap. Cog and I will be back next week to recap week 3 of the HDL. But until then, I've been Gordon Sine.
I've been CogSentient.
And we will see you next week.